Here's a way of praying, and I'll break it down for you. Pray then in this way. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. Do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Now, if you break down this prayer, it's interesting how it starts.
Oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. The first part of the prayer is focusing on who God is. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. We look forward to heaven, but ultimately thy will be done. So before any petition of any kind, any request of the prayer,
This is very important to really
it starts with thy will be done.
It happens with exercise.
Prayer is there to teach you the will of God, not for you to teach God your will. And a lot of people confuse that. And they read things like
It's a great sport as a really just a story, yes. It happens with exercise.
The Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory concept of I want it and I want it now, Daddy. And that's not what prayer is. It all is centered on God's will. Imagine it this way. When you go to the grocery store and you see the children with their parents. And the children are asking every aisle, going up and down the aisle, pointing at what they want. I want this sugar cereal. I want that snack. I want these chips. I want that candy bar. The parent is there to guide them, to recenter and re-guide them to understand what they really need. No, honey, we're going to get these foods because they're good for you. And prayer is similar. It's like a child, you may ask for everything, even things that you think are good and that will be helpful. The health of someone, whatever it might be, more money, whatever it might be. But if God sees different in the bigger plan, it won't come to be because you prayed it. And going through the entirety of those scriptures, you will see that that's really what it comes down to. It comes down to the will of God, not the demand or the will of man. Cheryl, welcome to Jesus Christ Show.
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
My cat had died 2 weeks ago, and I was wondering if animals have souls. Do they go to heaven?
Animals do not have souls because they're humans have souls. So when you say that theologically you say you have a soul, if you imagine it this way, I would have had to have come and died on the cross as a dog, as a cat, all of these things to cover all of those affected. Animals are instinctual. They don't deal with morals. They react instinctually based on self-preservation and things like that, and not based on moral right moral. So it's a different situation. So there are some theologians that would say, there's no cats and dogs in heaven. But Scripture doesn't necessarily say that. Scripture doesn't say that animals are redeemed through the blood on the cross, but it doesn't say anything about the heaven being absent of anyone. So one could say theologically that your animal could be in heaven, but not in the same way that you would go to heaven based on your relationship with God. So don't give up hope, and just know and trust this, that Scripture is very clear that there will be no tears in heaven, and there's not going to be that feeling of loss or absence or any of those things. So be confident that there's no reason to think that your animal couldn't be there. But also, if someone or an animal is missing, it's not like you'd be disappointed that, it's really great to be in the presence of God, but I wish fill in the blank right here. That's just not the way that will work. You're going to be standing in the presence of the glory of God. You'll be fine. You will be absolutely positively fine. You are listening to the Jesus Christ Show. To ask your question, dial 800-520-1534. We have a lot to celebrate this holiday season. The COVID-19 hasn't gone away, so let's make sure to keep our celebration safer by following these tips. Get vaccinated to protect others, and get a booster to keep your immunity strong. Wear a mask when it's to protect you and others, and if possible, keep gathering small, short, and outdoors if you're uncertain of everyone's vaccination status. Run on to fear safety this year. Find a vaccine near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Living with someone who tested positive for COVID-19 in the past 5 days? Those 18 and over who are not vaccinated may be able to take part in a clinical trial for possible medication to prevent COVID-19. This trial is not for a vaccine, and participation is voluntary. Participants will receive study-related care at no cost, and may receive reimbursement for study-related time and travel. To learn more, visit covidmoveahead.com. That's covidmoveahead.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Why would a plumber just tell me what it costs to unclog my drain over the phone? Is it that complicated?
No, it's not. It makes no sense at all. They obviously have a price.
Whoa, you've got a nice arena. Who are you?
Mike Simon, the smartest plumber.
Will you tell me how much to unclog my drain?
$99. Can you have a sink? Don't need to. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchen sink or a main-line sewer stopper. The smartest plumber with Mike Simon will unclog almost any drain for $99.
Almost.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but you can read all about them on our website before you call. Just go to thesmartestplumber.com.
Wow, you're like up front and everything. I just had a guy named Bubba who wouldn't tell me anything.
No brothers here, man. Just professional plumbers who show up on time, smell good, and unclog drains for $99. Call us. 1-800-446-MIKE.
The holidays are around the corner, and finding the perfect gift is tricky. Omaha Steaks makes it easy to send friends and family the best steaks of their life. An unforgettable gift guaranteed to be loved and shared. Go to omahasteaks.com and enter "cheer" into the search bar to order the perfect gift package. For $99.99, you'll get 24 entrees, like the world-famous bacon-wrapped filet mignon, chicken breast, sides, desserts, and so much more. When you use the code CHEER, you'll get an additional 8 Omaha Steaks burgers free with your order. We've all heard the reports about shortages and shipping delays, so don't wait. Order the perfect gift package today at omahasteaks.com and get 8 free burgers when entering the code CHEER. Achieve gifting greatness with Omaha Steaks. Perfectly aged, tender, and guaranteed delicious. Incredible flavor, incredible value, and 100% guaranteed. That's omahasteaks.com. Keyword CHEER.
If you are one of the many parents thinking about homeschooling your students this year, you need to take a look at Stella's Power Homeschool, the Homeschool Learning Accelerator. It keeps parents in control of their children's education by offering online courses right at home, taught by some of America's greatest teachers. Parents are reporting that it is especially effective for struggling students. Check out Stella's Power Homeschool, your affordable homeschool solution. You can learn more at powerhomeschool.org. That's powerhomeschool.org.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting your cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com right now for free screening resources and recommendations from the American Cancer Society. Don't wait. Early detection can save your life. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com today. cancerscreeninfo.com.
Celebration continue to go about on the Long Beach Freeway is direct on the Del Amo off-ramp in the 710 northbound. So the off-ramp is taken away, but the main line of the freeway does remain passable. Separate issues 710 southbound at Artesia Boulevard, led by the 91. We're going to get that out of the left lane and off to the right shoulder. An issue here in the San Fernando Valley, north 405 with the 118 debris reported in the middle lane. And trying to the right toward the high desert of the greater Victor Valley, 53 lane northbound. This is Hysteria by Ranchero Road. That wreck and debris has been pushed off to the right shoulder. AFI on the side helps get to there faster. I'm Bill Thomas.
Jesus Christ Show. I am your holy host. Happy to be with you this Sunday as I'm with you every single Sunday. Answering your questions and talking about things between water and life. And of course the afterlife. I encourage you to be bold and brave and go to the phone with your theology question or life situation question. Anyway, I'm going to go today down 800-520-1534. That's 800-520-1534. Elliot, welcome to the Jesus Christ Show.
Hey, good morning. I have a question. I have trouble getting rooted into the Word of God. Sometimes I go to church and I feel all this emotions and I feel happy, and other times I go to church and I feel like I'm wasting my time, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just a weird feeling.
Well, it's bound to happen. It's depending, you could be in different places. You know, mentally, you can have things on your mind, you can be a lot of different things. What are you looking to get out of church?
I just wanna know about God. I wanna know about His Word, and I wanna live by the Bible. I wanna be happy.
Okay, and you feel that when a preacher is talking about God, you're not really listening, or what's the problem?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he's sending a good message. Sometimes I feel like the message is not coming through, and I don't know if it's just temptation or the flesh that drives you away from the Word of God.
Well, it's hard, and even to read it on your own or to try and complete scripture can be difficult sometimes. I don't want you to beat yourself up, whether you're hearing a preacher talk about it or you're reading it yourself. It's not like it's a super easy book to read. So
exactly. When I started reading it, I feel like I'm not grasping anything. I don't know, what would you recommend? How to start reading, like what verses or what chapters or what books?
Well, there's some verses and chapters I can give you, but I'm going to give you a recommendation, and it's on our website as well. But when I do this, when my producer Neil loves this, he's got one of these himself. He's given one to his wife. He's given one to his friends. Do you know what a graphic novel is? It's like it's kind of like a comic book, but it's got a real deeper story than just Superman saving the Earth. Well, a graphic novel is a style of novel that really uses pictures as well as words to move the story along. And there's one called the Picture Bible, and often it's given to kids, but I will tell you, it's not a kid's book. It's no more a kid's book than the Bible is a kid's book. And the pictures kind of help. Here's the thing. Everybody learns at their own pace. They learn differently. My producer Neil, he's an artist. He likes to draw, he likes shape. So he tends to just reading empty words. It doesn't always work for him. Sometimes if he sees visuals that go along with it, it embeds it in his memory. So maybe if you found yourself, you can go on Amazon or a local bookstore should have it. It's called the Picture Bible. And it's not word for word. I mean, it's not a study Bible per se. It's just to give you an idea of what took place. And then you can read along or be when you're at church. You can have a better idea of who everybody is or all those things so you don't get lost. Get a Picture Bible and read through that at night. And it's like reading a big comic book. But it gives you an idea of the people that play in the timeline and things that took place during Scripture.
Okay, sounds good. I also had another quick question. I don't know if I could ask you real quick.
Sure.
It's the bad that like when I look to God, it's when I get the most and I get the struggles, and then when everything goes back to like normal, I start deriving away from God. Like it kills me. Like it's
Well, Elias, I don't want you to be away from God just when times are good. So it's not a great thing, but is it some great big thing that separates you from God? No, most people reach out to God when they need something. It doesn't mean you love your parents anymore when you reach out to them when you need something. It just is it's a pull. I do encourage you through reading and through spending some time or drawing or doing anything. It doesn't have to be just being in church or just reading scripture, but there are anything that you do, truly you do it for God. And that's an easier way to kind of allow God to be a part of every segment of your life, everything you're doing, without it being in the church or in scripture or anything you're doing. If you're building a car, build it for God. If you're, working a cash register, work it for God. Do everything that you do it with a pure heart and do it for the glory of God. And I think that's what God turns out for.
Alright, well, thank you, and I appreciate the comments and the advice.
Anytime, brother. I appreciate you calling. I'm going to. So there's a kind of an attitude, and it permeates the entirety of Christianity, that there is some sort of big thing that you need to do to please God. And I always say rake the leaves. If you love your parents, you want to do something for them, rake their leaves. Just be human, be normal, do stuff. Because that's why God has you here. Get stuff done, to do stuff, to learn things, to adapt, to explore. And it's okay to do those things. And you'd be surprised how many times you are really connecting with God when you're not just doing a physical prayer, or you're reading scripture, or you're in a church. You're still connecting with God. God is everywhere. And what you want to do is you want to see Him, and you want to make note of Him and thank Him for just the tiniest of things. Be connected to Him for the littlest of things, every day in every way. And that's all we want. And then when something big comes along, you got to talk to Him, there's no problem. But He really isn't a God of checks and balances in that sense. And He loves you, and He misses you, and He wants to see you. Really, that's simple. Debbie, welcome to the Jesus Christ Show.
Good morning.
Hi.
I have a question. I am a Christian.
Okay.
And I would prefer cremation versus being buried in a box.
Okay.
And I would feel more comfortable if I had a reference to sympathy, to make me feel more at peace that cremation isn't in any way negating my path to the afterlife.
Well, it's not like you're going to find a specific verse about cremation. There's just not. There are things that are taught there in the Old Testament. People are burned to death, things like that. If you're worried about whether it's an anti-Christian thing, it's not. Our Jewish brothers and sisters have concerns because they interpret a few of what we refer to as Old Testament verses. They think, oh, well, that's a problem. However, in the Christian theology, the way God raises the dead and all of that practice, there's no change. And I will give you this for logic and reason that may stick with you. And that is that, not to be ugly or crass, but the process that's taking place in a pine box is the same as cremation, just over a longer period of time. So whatever's in the box, the organic, the person that's left over, is breaking down, getting simpler, and will go and become basically ash on its own over hundreds of years. But in this process, all you're doing is speeding that up. It will not impede anything dealing with heaven, dealing with God, dealing with you. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Nothing, no worries whatsoever. God will be able to find you. You won't be lost. He'll still be able to put you all back together. All of those things. A lot of people freak out and go, well, how's he going to know? Well, that's what he made you from in the first place. It'll be fun. No trouble. So there's nothing biblical for the Christian that says you can't be cremated. Not one thing.
Oh, bless you.
So if that's how you want to go.
It rolls around in our heads sometimes. We have to make decisions ahead of time. And I listen for the topic, but I don't hear somebody specifically get it clear cut like you just did.
No, it is a great question. Go in peace and don't worry about it. And if that's what you choose to do, be peaceful with it. It doesn't bother God one bit. You are listening to the Jesus Christ Show. To ask your question, dial 800-520-1534.
When your brain gently numbs thinking of snowflakes and sugar plums, KFI is keeping track of who's naughty, who's nice, and everything else going on in the world.
KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Stabbing at a concert, I'm Layla Muhammad, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A music festival in Exposition Park had to be shut down early after a rapper was stabbed during a fight backstage. TMZ is reporting this morning rapper Draco the Ruler was the one who was stabbed at the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival at the Bank of California Stadium, and that he has died. The stabbing happened around 8:30 last night. Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Ice Cube, and the Isley Brothers were among the featured artists at the festival. West Virginia Democratic Senator Joe Manchin says he can't vote for President Biden's $2 trillion spending bill. Manchin's vote is needed for the Build Back Better Act to pass through the Senate. Manchin has always been a key holdout for the legislation, sharing concerns over certain provisions in the economic bill that would expand the nation's social safety net and how it may increase inflation. The NFL is making big changes to its COVID testing for players and staff.
The league's chief medical officer says testing will now be smarter and more strategic. Multiple games were postponed last week because of a high number of positive cases for players. Under the new policy made with the input of the Players Association, vaccinated players and staff members will only be tested for COVID if they show symptoms. The league says the Omicron variant has produced many more positive cases, but with mild illness or no symptoms at all, and the players test clear from it more quickly when they're vaccinated. Players can be cleared to play in as little as 1 day after a positive test if they're symptom-free. Brian Berman, KFI News.
A congressional report has found the Trump administration engaged in deliberate efforts to undermine the U.S. response to the COVID-19 pandemic for political purposes. NBC News reports the House Select Subcommittee investigating the nation's COVID response released its findings Friday. They say the Trump White House overruled public health and testing guidance by the nation's top infectious disease experts and silenced officials who wrote Trump's political agenda. This also included unqualified officials promoting a herd immunity strategy that experts warned against and weakening the CDC's COVID testing guidance to obscure how rapidly the virus was spreading across the country. Oregon has a goal to give COVID vaccine booster shots to 1 million people by the end of January to help slow the spread of the Omicron variant. Governor Kate Brown says the top priority is those long-term care facilities.
Really focused on boosting these vulnerable Oregonians that are in assisted living, that are in congregate care, that are in adult foster homes.
Teams will spread out across the state to give booster shots to residents of those long-term care facilities. Hip-hop artist, rapper, and music producer Tango Kid has died. His son says that he died from colorectal cancer. Tango Kid and his group UTFO are pioneers of early rap from New York City with hits such as Roxanne Roxanne from 1984. He was 55 years old. Let's check traffic right now. We do have a problem on Loop 710.
Yeah, it's a SIG alert on the 710 northbound at Del Amo. It's just the off-ramp is taken away. That's what the SIG alert's all about. So you can't use the off-ramp, Del Amo off-ramp on the 710 northbound. But the main line of the freeway remains open. I don't see much of a backup there. A separate issue on the 710 southbound right by the 91. That collision confined to the 2 left lanes. Took quite a while, but that wreck finally cleared on the Santa Ana Freeway. It was a crash with 2 overturned vehicles, north 5 right by the 91. Both have been uprighted, cleared from the freeway, and you're looking pretty good coming up from Anaheim into Buena Park now on the Santa Ana Freeway northbound. And one last plug for that earlier issue in the High Desert, 15 northbound right by Ranchero Road in Hesperia. That crash has cleared from lanes. The earlier backup thinned out very quickly. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Bill Thomas.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and navage? And should I try it? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's air filter for trapping allergens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean your nose. It's not a drug, it's more like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hope, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. It's the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Over 2 million sold. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Ready to trade in your old car? Then download the Roto app. That's R-O-D-O. Roto will buy your car and give you the cash you need to buy your next car today. You don't even need to leave your house. It's all done online. Roto will even deliver your car and take your old car away free of charge. So what are you waiting for? Download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's R-O-T-O, the fastest and easiest way to sell your car.
Put water savings in the mail. Play so-called you know, the one that sticks in your head about saving water every day. Conservation and climate change are here to stay, and that requires some bold rules on our part. The Metropolitan Water District of Southern California is here to help you save water inside and outdoors. Visit BeWaterWise.com for water saving tips and news rebates.
Now, the stock market's at a record high. Things are looking up. Houses are selling in a week. Interest rates are still crazy low. And to top it all off, the government printed $5 trillion in new money. You might have noticed that all of this doesn't add up. It's like those plates spinning on top of those sticks. When they stop, it all comes crashing down, right? You need to keep your cash safe, not crashing down. Using precious metals is a well-proven way to do this. In a gold or silver IRA 401k rollover, you even get tax breaks while you bond-proof your money. To find out how you can do this, you need to talk to one of Noble Gold's representatives. They're patient and knowledgeable and can help you navigate the precious metals market. This month, Noble Gold is giving away a free America's a Beautiful Solid Silver 5-ounce coin with any qualifying IRA that you start. Call 877-646-5347 now to find out more, or visit our website at noblegoldinvestments.com.
Southland weather from KFI. Mostly sunny for your Sunday with highs around 60 at the beaches. Low 60s for Metro LA, Inland OC, the Valleys, and IE. Mid-50s in the high desert, mid-40s in the mountains. Another chance for rain moving into the forecast by Wednesday. Right now it is 42 degrees in Yorba Linda, 42 in Laguna Woods, 43 in Santa Monica, 35 in Reseda. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Layla Mohammed.
Teaching, healing, inspiring, and preparing to make the ultimate sacrifice. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. What if today you and I could talk voice to voice, and you could ask me anything? You are listening to the Jesus Christ Show.
Yes, there is. Oh, it's very time.
I said to be bold and brave and go to the family with this. That was a question last racing question. Anyway, in the year today, we got 800-520-1534. That's 800-520-1534. Dan, happy to listen to this question.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Merry Christmas. How can I help you?
Oh, it's very time.
So that means she always wants to practice math.